Good evening, guys. We are live for our Saturday Night Live thrift haul. We're super excited. Mariah's in the house. She's over there.
She's hiding out. I'll show you Mariah in a minute.
She's monitoring comments, so if I miss anything that...
Oh, you weren't ready. I asked you if you were.
She forgot to turn her sound off. If she sees anything that I missed, she'll let me know, like if there's questions or whatever. Also, make sure if you guys are new to our channel, you hit subscribe. You don't want to miss anything. We go live on Saturday nights with thrift hauls. We do DIYs, our farmhouse renovation, and shop videos because we own a retail store. And 99.9% of all the stuff that you will see gets sold in our retail store. And most of what we have today, we thrifted. A few things I bought some other places, and we'll talk about that in a bit.
All right, let's talk about the cat first. Jamie had to have it.
So I like to buy random things at the thrift store that I think my kids might like. And this kitty was 75 cents. Push the button.
Wait for it.
Wait for it. It's a joke because my 17-year-old child has brought a cat home twice. And his sister's allergic, and he just loves cats. He loves them, and I won't let him have them. So I'm going to take that kitty home to Harrington.
Yeah, he gets the kitty with the pink quilt. He'll love it. He'll probably keep that in the dash on his car or something. All right, it's not springtime yet. We're in the middle of winter. Winter just started actually, as far as like the calendar goes. But
we got people's dogs' attention.
Oh, nice.
Rachel and NLL 1999.
But we are already prepping for spring and getting ready for that and getting ready to switch the shop out. We did a little tour of kind of consolidating all the Christmas stuff, and now we're bringing in the new stuff because what didn't sell is going in the basement, and we'll have a lot of room for new stuff here come Monday.
I personally don't like to look at Christmas past the New Year, especially in my shop, so I give 2 days to mark it down. The rest gets put away and saved till the next year, and that way when people are coming in after the New Year, the shop looks nice and fresh and they're excited to buy stuff because people want things clean and bright for the New Year.
Well, I'm just looking at it on camera, like all this greenery makes our whole situation back here look a lot better.
Well, I just removed all the Christmas greenery. So we'll get started. This is fake succulents. $6 for the entire thing. We thrifted it. It actually hangs up on that chain there. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to do with it. I don't love that it's just plain white. I kind of want to distress this, so I'm probably going to take the chain off, distress this with the orbital to kind of bring back the natural wood on the frame, and then I'll put the chain back up. But I feel like for $6 was a smoking deal because those individual fake succulents are expensive.
It'd probably be like $3 or $4 a piece.
Yeah, so that's probably going to be $24.95 in the shop, which is still a deal because all those succulents are worth good money. I love, love, love it.
And we'll probably IOD something on here.
Yeah, Renee says that she loves, that it reminds her of the plant bar, and that's what I was thinking of. And I have been able to keep some succulents alive, but not everybody wants to plant, so I thought it was a good one.
All right, spring equals birdhouse. This one's really unique. It's handmade, and I think it's actually lived outdoors a little bit because it's got some age and weather on it. We'll go ahead and throw a coat of paint on this. It's like gunstock orangey.
Yeah, it's like an orangey red. We're going to paint it really soft gray. We're going to use Gravel Road. We'll use that here in a little bit when we get started painting. Gravel Road is by DIY Paint, and I feel like it's a grossly underused color. And
we used them on some candlesticks, and we're liking it.
Yeah. I had Lauren paint some candlesticks with it. You want to pass it over here?
I forgot how much this was. This was $3.
That'll probably sell for about $16 to $20. It's a pretty big birdhouse.
Yeah, and it's actually, I think it's a functional birdhouse. Like you could put that outside if you needed to.
Sure.
It's got holes big enough for birds to fit in. All right, $3 and $4 candlesticks. I don't know if we will paint these. We'll probably just leave them as is in the $10 to $12 range.
I like the brushed stainless steel of them. I keep quite a few metallics in the shop, and these ones are good.
And then this one snuck by Jamie. She's like, how did this get in there?
I don't like the shape.
Like you said it on the...
We'll paint it Gravel Road.
It's like Olympic cauldron fire shape. I love it. It's my favorite. We'll paint this one tonight too, so you guys can see it. This is metal, so we'll show you what it's like with the painted metal.
And it was $2 and it'll sell for $10. And it actually came from Savers, but we bought it at DI, so it was $2.99 at Savers, and then nobody did anything with it, so they sold it for $2 at DI. And we'll paint that one Gravel Road too.
So we bought two kind of dome close situations, and one did not make it home.
One did not survive the bed. We forgot that we were in the truck, and we had Mariah and Ty and their little boy Carter. So stuff had to go in the back of the truck, and one of them passed. But that's okay. This one survived.
This has wavy glass.
Yeah, it's like pretty. It was $2.
I wonder if I can get that to pick up in the camera.
Oh, happy birthday, Julie.
I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, somebody says, are you sure these aren't pewter? You think these are pewter? You know what? They probably are pewter. They're heavy. I thought they were brushed stainless, but...
It says IA stamped on the bottom.
I don't know.
I don't know what that means. It's probably just...
No, somebody asked if I made the wreath. I did not. We're going to talk about those in a little bit. I bought it today
Here,
while
Brad,
clearance
put
shopping.
this somewhere safe.
All right, well, the dome that Zeb just showed you was $2.
We have Mariah hanging out in the corner
freezing.
next to the pink rocker that got painted all the way pink, but we haven't finished doing the two-tone white on there.
It's going to happen
It's
this
gonna
week.
look good.
So that was $2. It'll sell for about $12.95. I might find a pretty silver plate to put underneath it, and then I'll up the price depending on what the silver plate is worth to you. I like to combine tarnished silver with domes. They sell really well.
Absolute pure milk. And it's got a cow on the back.
Yeah, it was $1.50, and it'll sell. I think I have like $8 or $9, like $7.95 probably.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of blue glass that we picked up. Last week or the week before?
Last week.
So that'll go staged with all my blue glass.
And then this jar is labeled hermetic, and it does not have its rubber seal on it, but it seals pretty well without that. So I don't know if it ever had one of those. But
It's made somewhere in Europe. If you flip it over, where is it? England maybe?
oh, yep, made in England.
So I always like any kind of European canning jars. I always pick those up because those in the U.S. anything European means fancy.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm gonna stand here a minute and show you guys small stuff. Jamie's been wanting to get these. These are like camping mugs for me.
Oh, Sally Bunswell, super chat. Happy
Thank you,
New Year to
Sally.
you too, Sally.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, but that's like a cool mug. I love like the Enamelware.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
enamel
wow.
for sure, but it seriously reminds me of camping because this is like how all those.
I seriously paid 75 cents for it, and it'll sell for $3.95.
That's all right.
I love
We
it.
can-
I love it. Pretty soon there's gonna be a whole Enamelware display. This was Zeb's pick.
This
for
is
next.
cast iron. I want to try to model this. I picked it up because I want to try to model this and see if I can get my CNC machine to cut this out and then make like a applique kind of detail out of wood. We'll see. We'll see if I'm successful with
If
that.
nothing else, we can make a mold with our 2-part mold and use it for resin.
Well, the cool part about the CNC is like if once I get it modeled, I can resize it, like
Oh, that would be
make
cool
it
to
much bigger.
Awesome. Janine said she could see the wavy glass in that. All right.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you want to show them the neck? Oh, you're gonna show them those.
I'm gonna show them these. We have a
6
set
of
of
them.
6. They almost look like mercury glass.
So I don't know if any painted them where they came this color.
They're
but
not painted.
I tried to scratch it off. It didn't come off. Does anybody know what these are? They're cut glass for sure, and they don't look new. They look older to me.
Yeah.
And they're nice and heavy. They are molded because they've got a seam in the side. I got a set of 6. They were
Oh,
$1 each. And I have no idea what I'm going to sell them for, but probably somewhere in like the $3.95 range a piece. I think they're really cute.
Here,
Unless they're
Brian,
worth
let me
like
pass
way
you
more.
some glassware. Oh, you're already holding glassware.
I don't. Okay.
Oh, let's see. Do you want to get that?
Oh, yeah.
So
Here.
these were not thrifted. So a few things we found today.
Getting very
I'm going to show them up
sleepy.
close because you can't
Here,
enjoy
I'll
them.
show
from-
you.
okay.
You gotta sit back in your little throne back
In
there.
my throne with a bird on my head.
Yeah.
We went to a store closeout today, and I found these medallion necklaces. They're floral and they're gorgeous. They were $1 each, guys. $1. And we sell necklaces. Usually they're used necklaces, but in this case they'll be brand new, and they were $5.95. Oh, sorry, they are $1 and they will be $5.95. I don't know where my brain is going, but I think that the necklaces are super pretty.
Here, I'll show them this while I'm standing here.
All right, next.
So this is $2, and it's like a stoneware. What did you call this?
Hermetic means airtight.
Oh, nice. There
And
you
they
go.
said Wexford. Oh, it's
Wexford
Westford glass. Looks like
Wexford.
silver face. Oh, I'll have to look that up and check the value. Thank you guys. You can know way more than I do. That's why we do this live. You thought it was for us to show you, but really it's because I have questions. This is a stoneware crock type bowl. It's vintage. It's got the cool blue stripe on it. It was how much?
It was $2.
$2, and I'll sell it for probably about 20. Is where I sell those for. The stoneware bowls like that are really popular and hard to find here.
All right, show them those flowers so we can get those out of your face.
Boom, baby. So I actually picked these up at Joann's. But funny story, they were $2 each. They're the big long stemmed hydrangeas, regularly 10. They're Christmas because they have a little bit of glitter on them.
It's like a dewy.
It's like a dewy glitter, which I'm totally fine with, and I'm happy to have these for spring and Valentine's Day. But I was at the thrift store, and they had used greenery for like $2 and $3, and I was like, I'm sure I can do better than that at the store. And sure enough, I went to Joann's, and they had 75% off of their
Well, these were
florals.
originally $9.99.
Yeah, they
Per
had 75%.
stem.
And then with additional 20% off of that. So I picked these up. They were $1.95 or $1.99 after all the discounts. And I won't sell them individually, I don't think. They'll probably wind up just dispersed throughout the store just to kind of bring in some pink and, you know, gorgeous springness. Springness, is that a word?
Springiness.
All
All right, let's tell them. Oh, I gotta go grab one more thing. Let's tell them about this stuff here.
Okay,
Real
so we got a care package from Desiree Harms. She's from Queen Bee Trending Home Fashions. Look up Queen Bee Trending Home Fashions because I do follow her on Instagram and Facebook. And she sent us a care package with this cute little tray here. It's tarnished silver. I've never seen anything that detailed. She actually picked them up at an estate sale for free. And they didn't fit with what she sells, but she thought that they would do well here. And I'm excited about that. And some tarnished silverware, which we love. We sell these for about $3.95 each. The platter's probably $9.95 to $12.95.
Yeah.
And she also asked me to give a shout out to Cindy Jackson. That's her grandma, and she loves us. So, hi, Cindy Jackson. Zeb, say hi.
Hello. How you doing, Cindy? Hope you're having a good evening and Happy New Year.
And thank you, Desiree, for sending us this cool package. Show them the bunt pans, too.
I'm gonna grab them right now. So
Somebody just said you should paint something the color of those. This is the
Those
same
flowers.
color
Is
almost.
it's almost, those flowers are almost the same color as that rocking chair.
look what happens
Which
to the
is
lighting
wild.
when I flash
I know,
this
that's
up.
funny. Wildflower by Sweet Pickins and Farmhouse Finishes is almost the exact same color as those pink flowers. And that's the color of the rocking chair, which I love, love, love. So, thank you for sending that to me. I always love fun care packages. Like, you know, people love you when they send you good junk. All right, so next, oh, this is also from Joann's. So this is Christmas, but
It's already farmhoused out and we don't have to make it.
I know, this was in the Christmas aisle. They're originally $16.99, and I can't remember what the price was, but they were like 70% off and then 20% off. So they were not very expensive at all, maybe like $3 and like $4 each. They're already framed, they already have the grain sack, and I'm just gonna use stencils and do some cute Valentine's inspired signs on here.
Right here.
Done.
Stencil it.
They've got the hanging hardware, and this part comes out.
I like how they have just like the burlap. That seems like an easy way to hang these.
Yeah, these are just stapled burlap instead of having like, oh, and they also have hangers here too.
Yeah, but I would not put the hangers on. I would just leave them like this.
Yeah, but it is cool because these ones have the little tabs on the back. So they come out and you can stencil them. So if you, I always have people that say, I don't have a Zeb to make me framed signs. If you go to your local craft stores, they carry signs just like this, pre-made, that you guys can stencil and IOD without having to have somebody make them. And even better when you can get them on clearance, because there's no way I'd pay $17 each for these. But at 70% off with an additional 20% off, I can totally make them cute and resell them and get a good profit. Because once they're stenciled, Zeb, I'm still talking.
Keep going.
You're like fly across the bottom.
We got a lot of stuff going on, so you gotta hurry.
Once they're stenciled, they'll be worth about $15 to probably $16, about what they were.
So about what they were retail.
About what they were retail.
Without stencils on them.
But to me, they're not worth $16 if they're not stamped or stenciled. So, anyways, there we go.
So this is kind of, it's probably a teak type wood. It's got a little crack and things going on. We would probably paint this and then distress all this detail back through.
So they're saying the Wexford glass, those smoky glasses, are worth between $5 and $7.
Nice. So this was $5. It'll probably be around 18 to 20, all painted up and done.
Yeah, I love the way that turned out. Everything's going gravel road today. We'll put some white
Gravel
wax on it.
road. All right, I gotta grab some things because I won't be able to reach these from where I'm at.
Right.
Here, tell them about them as I hand them to you.
Alright, so this is actually probably originally from IKEA. Actually, I know it is because it says IKEA. How much were these today? $14.99?
$14.99.
So these are $14.99 at IKEA. They're like Enamelware pictures. I bought it at DI for $3. It'll sell in my shop for $9.95, and I will probably stage it with one of those big fluffy hydrangeas right on top. And then if I do sell it with the hydrangea, then I'll probably sell it for like $14.95 with the flower in it. So still a deal because they're $14.99 with nothing in it at IKEA. All right, these, how much were these? Were they all $3? Oh, this was two.
So this one was $2.
Two.
I found these all over the thrift store in various places, some outside, some inside. This one was $3, that one was $2. So I found 4 of these, and you know, I listened when Jamie's like, I'm starting to collect these, so I start keeping my eye out for stuff.
These are also really cute staged with hydrangeas in the top of them or different
Can I borrow
greenery.
one of those hydrangeas?
And I'm not going to paint these. I actually already have a white one, so I want to stage them together. I'll leave these 2 gold. This one somebody did like the looking glass type spray on it, and then this dark one, but picture that.
Imagine it with the hydrangea in it
Yeah,
like
with
that.
some greenery and then a white one. I might paint this one white, but I don't know. I kind of want to stage them with different colors altogether because I actually don't mind the gold, the dark, the mercury glass with the white kind of all together. I feel like if you paint everything white, it's too one-dimensional. So these will sell for about $10 a piece. If I put greenery in it, then maybe like $14.95.
I actually kind of like this one. It's got like a metallic glass situation going on.
Robin, how did the bunt pan centerpieces sell? I only sold one,
But we did sell one, hey?
but I sold one. And maybe I'll sell some next year. That happens. Remember when I made those sweater pumpkins?
Yeah, they lasted
Nobody
for like
bought
2
them.
or 3 years.
This year I sold all of my sweater pumpkin sets. For 3 years I didn't sell any of them, and this year they all sold.
So this was $4 at the thrift store. And are we gonna paint the sides?
Yeah,
or are we
I'm gonna paint the side white, I think, but does that come out?
I don't know.
We'll probably have to tape the greenery.
Yeah, we're gonna have to tape it because the greenery is in this. It's like resined in.
So that'll sell for $14.95 painted. And I always like it when I can get pieces. I could buy some greenery at IKEA, but nothing this full. And I always want to get things that are a little bit different than what you can get there. Plus that's already in a container. And we'll just tape off the edges and then paint it white.
It's a fun basket. Probably just needs a good scrub from the looks of things.
Oh, look, Mariah's cutting things down.
Mariah's
there
cutting.
See it.
for visual.
These long stems on the hydrangeas aren't gonna make it.
There you go. Boom.
There we go. Perfect.
Isn't she lovely?
Thank you, Mariah.
The weird hand sneaking in.
Weird hand from the side. How much was this basket?
$2 or $4. I don't know. The price fell off. It wasn't more than $4, but I think it was like $2, and I'll sell it for $12.95. Oh yeah,
There it is.
Right, $2.
$2.
I'll sell it for $12.95. It's the perfect chippy white. We'll just clean it up, and we're good to go.
That white tag was blending in. It was camouflaged with the white basket.
All right, so this urn actually, it's missing the spoon, so I'm gonna stage it without this top on it, at least for right now. And I bought on Amazon some paper white bulbs, and I'm gonna see if I can put the paper whites in here and get them to bloom, force some blooms, because I want to have some natural blooms around the shop. It was $4. It's from El Royale Warmers, Del Coronado. It's made in Japan. So it's Japanese ironstone, but originally it was a warmer. So as is, I would sell this for like $20 in my store. If I put paper whites, I might ask a little more. And probably what I'll do is I will put this kind of behind it, so that way whoever buys it or wants it will get the lid with the piece. And it'll probably sell for $35 or so with the paper whites in it, and I paid $4 for it. I need to figure out how much the paper whites cost me, and then I'll come up with a price. But that's why I got this one. And I might actually do some paper whites. They're bulbs. I might force some of those bulbs in these urns too, because I think that'd be really fun.
Let's see, we had a question. Someone was wanting to know about a farmhouse update. Julie Shanklin. We haven't done a lot with it over the holidays here. We've been waiting for concrete to cure up so that we can pour the foundation walls on top of the footing, which they are supposed to probably be doing that Monday. The contractor that we have doing the concrete's going to come back and get those hopefully formed up and poured next week, because we got another storm rolling in end of next week. So that's where we're at on that. And then we did a video on the kitchen island in the farmhouse on Thursday. So if you haven't caught that, go watch Thursday's video.
We got that coming up. Let's see. Cobweb Afternoon says pretty necklaces. I know. I'm excited about those necklaces. I think they'll sell fast.
This was $4.
It'll sell for at least 22. It's already white, so I
feel
might
like
just.
it needs painted though. It's like all scuffed up. Like,
Yeah.
not in the good kind of way.
So it might go like we can paint it gray and then what? Distress the white through.
Oh yeah,
That'd be pretty.
that would look good. All right.
All right.
You're in.
Yep.
You're in the pass zone over there.
All right. You take the phone zone.
All right.
Are we painting stuff for Valentine's? Yeah, we'll have some signs in. People here don't decorate a ton for Valentine's Day, so I'm just gonna kind of bring pink in. I already have some cherubs and a few signs, and that'll be good. And then I'll do like Valentine's Day / starting to bring in spring. And then when Valentine's is over, I'll pull the Valentine's out. I really don't do a lot for St. Patty's Day. I should, because I'm Irish, but I don't. All right, this is a.
Irish. You're from England.
My dad says I'm Irish.
Yeah, but your ancestry says you're from England.
It also says we're 10th cousins, twice removed.
Yeah. I'm
All right.
also from England.
All right, so how much was that one? $5?
So this was $5, yeah.
So all my cake plates sell for $20. This one is a cut glass. It's really pretty. I just clean them up and sell them as is, and I don't have them stay very long. Most pretty cake plates will sell within a few weeks. Especially unique ones like that one with a cut glass, because that would probably sell for $30 or $40 at a regular home decor store. All right.
And then we've got these cool Velcro signs that Jamie picked up.
Well, they're not Velcro. They're like
No, they're Velcro.
they have
We're
Velcro on
gonna
the
call
back.
them the Velcro signs.
They're not. They're ceiling tins that they made into frames. The only
Whoa, these were $129 originally?
no. Oh yeah.
That's what this sticker says right here.
But I paid-
$129
I paid
each.
$12.50. They're really big ceiling tiles that somebody curled back and made into a frame. And the reason why that says so Velcro is because there's this piece on the back that has Velcro, so you put your picture in there and then you Velcro the background. That's why that's like that.
They're Velcro.
So I bought these at a boutique, the same boutique that I got those necklaces at that was going out of business. These were $12.50. I'll probably sell them for like $39.95 in my shop, and they're already rusty and perfect.
I think they're actually real ceiling tins.
Yeah, they are real ceiling tins because you can see all the glue and stuff on the back from where they were attached, and somebody just turned them into frames, and they're large. So.
Well, they had this $129 sticker and then a $49.99 sticker, and you got them for how much?
$12.50.
And
If
how
I
much
bought,
are we gonna sell them?
I'm gonna sell them for probably $40.
Okay,
I feel like that's a good markup.
they're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're way cool. I love ceiling tins, you know, anything made. Last week we had that purple ceiling tin with a little mirror in it. So I guess that's kind of what I'm putting it out there in the universe. All right, so
Hold on, let
we're
me
gonna
show them
that
this
one?
real quick.
You're not gonna do that.
This was a $3 thrift store. And the frame, I think it's missing some pieces down here.
Yeah.
But and right up here, but we'll leave that alone. I don't know. We might
I don't think I'm gonna paint
we
it.
might
I
not.
love when they're like, that's the mold, like, what's that called? You know, what's the word for what's on there?
The plaster.
Plaster. When they're actual plaster frames, I don't like painting them. It'll sell for probably like $14 or $15, and I'm gonna take out the what's inside of it.
Yeah.
Not that I don't love what it says. It's just
It's a
I'm not-
scripture. It's 1 Corinthians 13 or 13:13.
It's not my jam, so I'll pull it out and sell just the frame, and I have like a little area with gold frames, so that'll go with that. So this is next. This I picked up at Joann's with Joann's as well, and this was originally $59. Hold on.
Why are they so
$49.95. Why are they what?
Why is that so much?
$49.95 for these, and I picked them up for $9.95 each. I'm just gonna clip off the evergreen in the front, and then I will probably add some either florals or possibly some cotton. We're gonna show you these cotton garlands that I picked up at the thrift store, and then they will sell for $30 in my shop. So I paid $10. I'm gonna cut off the Christmas and add some not Christmas, and then sell them for $30. All right.
That goes behind you.
Yeah, but it's hard to get up on the.
Mariah's got that.
All right.
She hung it earlier.
All right, Mariah's.
She knows the special skill.
No
Okay,
teasing me
so this
about wearing
one,
heavy
this
coats.
this right here was $4 as well. Comes in a fun pot. I don't love the color, so I'll probably repaint it, and it'll sell for like $20 in my shop. And it's more greenery.
All right. This is a stand to put your plants on.
Let me demonstrate. Ta-da! No, I just need things like this in the shop so I can have things at varying heights. And I will sell this, I think, how much was this, $4?
Yeah, no, $2.
$2. And I'll probably sell it for like 20-ish to $22 because this is kind of an interesting design. Looks like somebody handmade it. We're gonna give it a fun new paint job, and then it'll live in the store. And then like you'll see it on like a dresser with this up here, and then some other stuff in front of it, and I'll add some height.
All right, real quick while we're flying, we got a lamp and a dresser to show you, and a door back here, and then the garland.
Oh, so the door was $50. Here, you want to pass that to me? I want to show them the hardware. You're gonna come back to the corner here. So it has this little knob on it. This is for the farmhouse. I bought it for, it actually has a lock. You guys probably can't see it, but right here, there's actually an actual lock that needs repaired. So I'm super excited about this. I'm gonna be starting to pick up antique doors that Zeb will frame into the farmhouse. It was good, solid condition, and I like all the detail. It's got 5 panels on
So
it.
all the bedroom doors will be antique doors. It looks like I need to straighten it up at the top. It looks like the house was sagging and they cut the door to fit the house.
Might have happened.
That's, you know, Jamie told me that she had this grand plan to do it, and I was like, oh.
But to buy new doors that are solid wood would be, I don't even know how expensive.
Oh, it would be thousands of dollars to do all the rooms and the bathrooms and things. And we're basically getting them for $50, $60 a door.
Yeah, we're getting the price of hollow core doors that are boring, and I'm getting antique solid wood for $50. That's about top of the mark for me. If I was gonna sell this in the shop, I'd probably sell it for probably $99, especially since it has the cool doorknob. And all of my doors will be different, but they're gonna get painted in matte black at the farmhouse. And then I got 2, not just 1, but 2 of these cotton garlands for $4 for the pair of garlands. So I don't know if I'll just use these as display. If I use it as display, I'll sell the garlands for maybe like $20 a piece.
I feel like that's more of like a summer, fall kind of decor.
I feel like cotton is never, it's always good.
You can have it any time of year.
Yeah, and I might also just use this for like, cut it up and put it on these wreaths to add a little bit of white in there. I might use one for decor and then one for wreaths, but anyways, we got that. And then next,
The dresser.
$20 for this antique dresser in pretty good condition. It's funny because it's like you go down the rabbit hole of shopping. Mariah and I went to go pick up this dresser for $20. We happened to, on the way to picking up the dresser, see this little place where there might be some brunch. And then when we went back to check out the brunch place, there was the store that I found the door and those big tins at and the necklaces, and Mariah found a sweater. So that's kind of sometimes how
Are you wearing
picking
the
goes.
sweater and the coat?
Yeah, she's wearing the sweater.
She's wearing
Show
the sweater and the coat.
Her sweater was $10, guys.
I'm not taking my coat off, sorry.
She's cold. She's
It's
watching her
70
coat off.
degrees in here.
I know. I'm like starting to sweat over
Yeah,
here.
but I'm still defrosting from being outside.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and then I almost forgot.
Oh, yes. And these we actually picked up
These were
last
last
week, but we
week's.
forgot to show you.
Printer trays. Lots of people like to hang them on the wall. If you go into Debbie's shop, she uses them to separate all the little jewelry pieces for her jewelry bar.
Robin, the plaster frame will be $14.95. And if you guys aren't local and you're interested in smaller items shipped, you can email lehighshop@jamirayvintage.com. Caitlin will put that in the comments, and Zeb will stick it in the description when we're no longer live.
Yep. We do ship stuff. We're actually shipping more and more because people see stuff and they're like, oh, hey, I want that.
Yeah. So this is a lamp that I picked up for $15. It's kind of got a Frenchy ornate style. I don't think this was the original, what's that called? Lampshade.
Yeah.
But I love it. It's a little bit ripped on the inside, but I'm going to turn it into a skeleton shade and put a Edison bulb. I bought an Edison bulb.
Do you wanna see?
Yeah, we'll show them this. So I
Are you
purchased
sure
a-
that's not an LED style bulb?
It's an LED Edison style bulb.
Oh, okay.
So I purchased this at IKEA. These are actually a new style that just came out like recently. I think it's like $4. And it lights up to be a cool Edison bulb. So that will be inside the lampshade, and I'm gonna pull all the fabric off because it's already ripped a little bit, and then we'll paint the lamp. We'll paint that brown one too.
They wanna know where you bought the cotton wreath. That was VI, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
so
that
the
was the
cotton
thrift
wreath
store.
was $4 for both of them at the thrift store. Probably originally from someplace like Hobby Lobby, but much cheaper if you can find good greenery at the thrift store. And the nice thing is sometimes you get them, they're all dusty because somebody put them on top of their kitchen cabinets. And these are basically brand new. They're not dusty at all. So
Can I hand you some stuff?
I always
Mariah?
want good quality greenery.
Painting time.
Okay.
All right, what are we painting?
All right, somebody says, not that I don't love you. What did
I don't know what they said.
I don't know what they said before. Now I gotta find what Monty said before.
I'm not worried about it.
I don't know.
Hand me some stuff to paint.
All right.
And that gravel road.
Okay.
Oh, we're painting this right off the bat.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Where's the screwdriver?
I have it right here.
All right. Here-
Oh, I forgot to show you
so I
my
forgot to
pencils.
show you this.
This is a $3 bag. There's like 50 pencils and some really nice pens in here that look like this.
We thrift more than home decor. Last week I thrifted some yoga pants. If I'm there and I like it, I'm not too proud to buy my yoga pants at the thrift store. All right. Oh, you want to open this for me?
Yep, been waiting for the can of paint.
So we're using DIY paint. If you're new to DIY paint, it doesn't require any prep. Just clean and paint. And it is all natural, so we can use it inside without worrying about getting asphyxiated. And it's clay-based, so it's super pigmented. You can pick it up at JamiRayVintage.com along with a ton of other DIY products. So take the tag off. Oh, on the $2 one, don't forget to take the tag off. You do have to take tags off before you paint with it.
We've only ever forgotten a couple of times, and then some people are like, most people don't even care. Because, I mean, we've already told most people what things cost anyway. Oh, yeah, that's good. It looks, it's like a really, really light gray. If you catch it in certain lights, it can almost look white.
Oh, let's see. Caitlin says she's packing her kitchen because they're moving next week.
Yeah.
And then paper whites are beautiful, but they stink. I picked up some, they're like hyacinth smelling, which I actually think smells good. I'm gonna take my sweater off. Oh, don't forget, there was a sticker on that, on the front.
Well, I'll pull it off once I get it around to it.
All right.
It was a dry sticker.
Yep.
It's not all gooey.
Okay.
Here, you want this brush? I'm going to use the smaller brush on this.
Yeah, I'll use this. How bright are bulbs? This type of bulb is not super bright.
It's probably like the equivalent of like a 40
it's
or
2,700
60
Kelvin,
watt.
so it's actually brighter than some of the older, what are they called? Edison bulb ones?
Yeah.
Which I kind of like, because it lets off a little bit more light.
Oh, you're buffering.
Oh, we're buffering. Maybe you're buffering.
Maybe just me.
Yeah.
I'm on Wi-Fi.
Caitlin says she's going to need to paint her table now. Well, good thing Caitlin knows A, where to get paint, and B, how to paint it. Because she watches our channel.
This paint is gravel road, people are wanting to know.
Oh, we're using Gravel Road. It's like a nice light gray color. And it looks really good with a white wax. And I'm starting to incorporate different, like, lighter tones for the spring season. Caitlin says she's not
She's not buffering there.
She's not buffering.
Just be me.
Oh, they said to clean the plant stand.
I'm not worried about it because it's probably going to go outside, and if it doesn't, the paint, I mean, I don't anticipate people putting any food or anything. And by the time we paint this to stress it and seal it,
It'll be fine.
it's not going to be a big deal.
I've painted cobwebs before. It's not, don't do as we say, not as we do.
Plus, it adds that nice little resist. I got like a little patina action going on
So
here.
when you go to distress it, the dirt makes the paint not stick as well in those areas, so that way you can get some chippy.
Normally we would, like if this was a dresser or something, I would totally give this a good scrub down and worry a little bit more about it. But this gravel road
we
probably
painted
isn't
over
going
dirt
to have
laundry.
a lot of, I don't think it's going to have a lot of bleed through issues or anything like that. So.
Kayla wants to bring it to the shop. You can bring it to the shop, but you can't use the sprayer because it will not fit in our spray booth. Our spray booth has a door that's this wide. Maybe, actually, you know what? It might, because that's that drop leaf table. There's only one way to find out.
Oh, that drop leaf table will totally fit down in the basement.
Oh, okay. Getting it down there might be interesting.
So there's the color, a little bigger sample for you. One coat so far. It's probably going to take two because this brown's coming through.
Cobweb Afternoon says painted cobwebs, and then she used the I love junk. Right? Okay. Did you say what, you're painting the white dresser in the front? I don't know, actually. I kind of thought about just painting it white. like a fresh coat of white paint and distressing it. And then I saw, I can't remember what the name of her page is, dang it. She's an IOD retailer and a DIY retailer. And she's the one that did that marble finish. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Oh, L&J Goods. That's who it is. She did a dresser and she used the IOD Ephirma and the IOD, what's the one with the butterflies on it called? Come on.
I don't know the names of them because we only used that once so
Alright,
far.
well she used the IOD
They're new.
labels, Ephirma transfer, and then she used the IOD transfers that had the butterflies on it. I think it starts with an E.
I should know, but you know, I don't.
Anywho, she used those on a white dresser and it looked good. So I'm probably gonna copy her and give her street credit because I think it looked awesome. It looked good in the shop. Somebody asked if these paint fumes are toxic. They're not. The paint's all natural, so.
It smells like, if it
Smells
has
like
any
clay.
kind of smell, I feel like it smells like dirt when it's like wet.
Zeb, do you make birdhouses for the shop? Nope.
No. We
Because
find
for $3 I
plenty.
can buy it already made.
Yeah, we find plenty at the thrift store.
Oh, they asked who Mariah is. Oh, Monarch. No, Monarch's the mold. The IOD transfer.
That's why
something else.
I'm hesitant to say because we've got the molds that are out and I probably have it over here. Why are we guessing?
Zeb's gonna look. Zeb's gonna go find out which transfer it is that has butterflies on it.
That's why I can't remember because they gave it a scientific name. I can't be remembering science in the middle of a live video.
What is it?
Entomology,
Oh.
etc.
Entomology. So anyways, yes, L&J Goods used entomology with their label Ephirma transfer and it looked amazing. So I'm probably gonna replicate that because I think it'll look good on that dresser.
Ivy already had it. She knew because Ivy reads the
Well,
labels all
Ivy
the time
knows
in
because
shipping.
she ships everything.
Me, I'm like, I don't know, it's the butterfly one.
It's the butterfly transfer, yo. Alright, I'm painting Zeb's masculine candlestick here.
It's gonna look good.
It'll sell. Anytime I give you a hard time about anything, somebody like that follows
It's like
us,
people come by it on purpose.
yeah, somebody that like these people that love you, that follow us will be like, I'll buy that. No, you have good style. Oh, new member Sandra Lomas
I
and
think I missed the new member
I
way
did,
back.
and new member Victoria Mueller. If you're a new member, make sure you guys are hitting up community. Look for the members only posts and you'll see our latest live videos for channel members, as well as book chapters and printables are on there. Just keep scrolling and you'll find all the links.
Probably in the next week we will have a video on the changes to channel membership and the new additions to channel membership that we're going to be doing in 2020.
Mariah's going to help us run our, we're going to offer channel membership at a higher rate that's got more in-depth business information, and Mariah's going to help us run that. All right. Got that all painted. Moving on here. All right. Should I paint the lamp? Should I do that
You have white swan.
white?
You have white swan in them.
Yeah, would you grab me white swan and a paintbrush him? How do I put handles on a wood tray without cracking it? Just pre-drill your holes.
Yep, you gotta countersink them.
That's the actual word, countersink.
They sell a countersink bit at most hardware stores that's really handy and it tapers down so that you can, your screw will bite, but it won't bind
This
up
won't
and crack.
fit.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm not painting this. It won't fit on the table.
Never mind.
And maybe if I take the shade off, it'll fit. Hold on.
Sorry guys, you only get to see my hands over here. I'm trying to paint it so you can see the paint happen.
Pretty hand.
I do not have pretty hands.
Oh, you know what? If I take the harp off, let's see if it'll fit now. Yeah, boom, baby.
I don't know if people can see it though.
Yeah, I'll start painting on the bottom. Okay, I'm sliding back. Okay, and we're in. Okay. Oh, look, she got me an IKEA bag. All right, that's good.
We have those mats over there, Mariah. The
It's
IKEA
okay.
mats.
Yeah, we have IKEA mats. That's what she was using earlier.
I
It's
see.
okay. It's okay. So I'm gonna use
down
the French. Is this the little Frenchie or the French tip?
That's the little Frenchie.
Yeah, the little Frenchie, just because it'll get down. This has a ton of detail on it. Oops, I just got my fingers.
This has so many little edges I have to paint. I've definitely got the harder one to paint here.
Yeah, look at me, I painted that. I'm just kidding. So I'm using DIY's White Swan to paint this. It'll take 2 coats to get full coverage, and then I will wet distress it to bring back the detail, and it'll be really pretty.
Let's be honest though, you're a very fast painter.
Well, yeah, I painted for a lot of years. You were busy selling tires, and I was at home painting and taking care of babies. So.
Do you want to know if the lamp is wood or ornamental?
It's.
I almost
metal?
want to say it's like a resin. Like
Yeah,
a
I think
plastic.
it's resin. It's resin. I haven't had a tall lamp in here for a while, and I wanted one. We had a bunch of lamps, and all but one has sold, so I need to get some more lamps. I feel like it adds like a homey touch to the shop.
Yeah, it makes it look more cohesive, like it's an actual room that's put together.
Well, you always want to decorate your shop in a way that, oops, probably should tape that off. No, I gotta be careful. That it makes people picture the items you're selling in their home. So for the new year, when you're going through your shop, you don't want it to look too cluttered, because people will be like, oh, I have a lot of stuff at home and I don't want to make my house look cluttered, because for the new year I want to de-junk, because that's generally everybody's goal for the new year.
So I thought this was handmade, but a guy named Earl Cornish made this. I mean, I think it still is handmade, but
He wrote his name on it?
He stamped it
Oh, nice.
with like a punch.
Well, if you're Earl, then nice plant stand, Earl.
Do you want to know about your Valentine's stencils?
My Valentine's stencils, so I have not designed new ones, but there are some already up on the website. We have a Valentine's truck. We have the heart that says love, that has the floral in it, that's really popular. And then we also have the kissing booth one. And those I designed last year, and those are already up on the website to purchase. Probably middle to the end of January, I'll have my New Year stencils out. So I don't know that Valentine's ones will happen, because by that point it'll be too late to get them up. The holidays kind of snuck up on me. But I have a bunch of new ideas for the January stencils. And if I design them now and they come up the middle of January, I might add some Valentine's in there. But definitely, if you haven't bought them before, check out the Valentine's truck, the love, and the kissing booth stencil. We actually sell the kissing booth one year round, because people use it to make signs for pictures of like cute little kids, little boys in bow ties, you know. All right, this cotton has to go.
Is it in your way?
Yes.
It's rubbing up against you.
Maybe. Okay. Hand that off to Mariah. Oh, good. I felt like I was fighting something and I wasn't winning. So on something like this, but look, I just got white paint all over me. It'll come off. I'll wash it later. On something like this, if I don't get down into the details, I'm okay, because it really makes the carved areas or the resin areas pop. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was probably cast.
Yeah. This was $15. We'll sell it for probably $60 with the frame and the bulb in the shop. Oops, I'm gonna take off that sticker. Sometimes you get residue left on by stickers, and then you can just use some lemon oil and that'll take it right off. Just make sure you get the lemon oil all the way off, because the paint won't stick to oil.
Yeah, it creates a nice resist.
Yeah. And then you'd be like,
Depends on how chippy you want it to be.
yeah, how come my paint's not sticking? I can hear Ty's in the other room, Mariah's husband. I can hear him coughing in there. He was taking a nap in the front room of the shop. All right. I feel like that's good. You guys get the idea of what it's going to look like. You guys can't see past here anyways. I'm going to show you the shade. Mariah, do you want to paint the top of this?
Yep.
So we can show them what it looks like with the shade on it?
Oh no, it's me all by myself.
I'm coming back. There's that. Alright, so when I get old shades like this, they have to be all metal. The more modern shades don't have the metal in them, but this one does. It's so dry rotted, I can just take that off with my finger. Now underneath these, they have a like cotton, almost like binding looking, like on the metal, and I always leave that if it's in good shape.
I don't know that I'm gonna do a second coat on the bottom side of this, just because it's not really ever gonna be seen. This is kind of a low situation. But it has one coat, so you know, if anyone goes peeking their head up underneath, it's covered.
The cool thing about lampshades like this is when they have a really pretty ornate, like this has a scalloped edge, you can actually sell them without a lamp and people will buy just the skeleton shades. So never underestimate the power of a good lampshade, even if it's ripped, like this one was ripped on the inside.
Well, skeleton shades are really popular right now. We helped our friend move last night, and her new home, all of her fixtures are a skeleton shade style.
Like a more modern.
Yeah, I mean they're a little different, a little more geometric on the shape, but they're open. They don't have fabric or anything on them.
Yep. And I don't mind if it's a little bit shabby, like with raw edges and stuff on this top part that I'm gonna leave on here, because I think that looks good. I've been doing this for a while, but I haven't done it in a long time. I probably haven't done a skeleton shade in a couple of years. So if you're new to our channel, you haven't seen me do it. I'm going back to my roots. We've also taken candlesticks and drilled holes in them.
Yeah.
And made lamps with old lamp kits, and we use a skeleton shade. We've also done lamps out of old porch posts.
Yeah, well what I'll do is I'll
And done
take an
skeleton
old
shades.
lamp and take the electrical components out of it, and that's what we'll use in the candlestick.
If you have to buy the lamp parts, it's too expensive.
Did you paint
All
all
right.
the stuff we were gonna paint? We haven't looked at comments for a minute.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
gonna
we
go
should.
back. Zeb, I'm terrified of a table saw. Can I use a jigsaw to take wood off of a door?
Yeah, the thing about, so I would use a skill saw if you need to make a real nice straight cut and you don't want to use the table saw. That's probably your easiest method. The jigsaw will work, but it takes a real steady hand to get a nice straight long cut with a jigsaw. And you could make little jigs and things. They make stuff that'll help you keep it straight, but I would recommend a circular saw for that. I don't think I have, I was thinking, I'm like, maybe I have mine here, but I don't. I put them all in the garage today.
How long will the paint keep in the squeeze bottle? We had some for like a year.
Yeah.
It got a little bit thicker and the top got a booger, but we still totally used it. So make sure you're always storing your paint inside.
Yeah.
All right, hair dryer works to get off stickers. How do I countersink the wood tree? I think somebody already answered that question. What is a warm white? So a warm white is a white that's not a blue hued white. It's a white that goes on the yellow side, but not cream, if that makes sense.
Painting the
Oh,
birdhouse.
if firma is pronounced firma.
Firma.
If you know me for any length of time, you also know that I never say anything correct.
What is a good DIY warm white?
How did your neighbor like the bench and shelf? She loved them. She actually hasn't been home to see them because she got a new grandbaby. Born, oops, I guess this bottom part's coming off. It doesn't want to stay on. But she got a new grandbaby, so she's down taking care of the grandbaby. We're going to drop it off to her daughter. All right, let's see. What is a camel stick? I have no idea what a camel stick is. Did I say camel stick?
Candlestick.
Dina says the skeleton shades are going back a while. Yeah, I think Dina's followed us that long since we've done the skeleton shades.
Yeah.
I've had them in the shop. All right, so this is what it looks like. I'll probably take little scissors and cut off a few strings, but I like to leave it shabby, just like this. Mariah is pretty well done with that. We got that on there. Deb, you want to pass me the light bulb?
Yeah, are we going to show them what
Yep.
it looks like all
So
fired up?
Yep, anytime I do a skeleton shade, I always use a cool light bulb. I don't use a traditional one. So this one is the LED light bulb from IKEA. You want to, Mariah, can you move that frame or that
They're over there putting
I
on.
have wire cutters if you need to cut that zip thing.
Oh, yeah, we need to cut the zip tie. All right, we're gonna
They're
move
down
on
on the
from
floor there.
Zeb.
aren't- Oh, they're
They're
on
right
the.
here.
Okay,
Oh, look at you moving the
I
camera.
know. You wanna cut that zip tie?
Mhm.
Look at this, I got like
Dude, it's all.
stuff stuck to me, paint on me.
Do you want it up here?
No, we can show him
Just
done.
from here.
I'm showing him this part, we just need to plug it in.
Okay.
And the plug's over there.
Did you test it before we bought it? Does it even work?
Oh, no, I didn't. If it doesn't work, I guess Seb will be rewiring it.
Well, I just cut the wire.
There goes all our profit. What?
I'm just kidding.
Mariah's teasing me saying the cord was zip tied and she was teasing me that she cut the wire. I can't get this in the, come on. There we go. Okay. Oh, we didn't paint the little finial.
Oh,
Okay.
here, send it to me.
There we go. It's okay. Pretend it's the finial.
It's a little bent. It looks like I need to bend that shade back into shape.
It's fine. We'll fix that. Okay. Yeah, it's a little crooked, huh? Okay. We'll give you guys a little.
That's bright.
Yeah, it's a little bit bright, but it won't be bright like during the day.
You have to loosen it up if you're gonna. Okay, just do it.
How do you loosen it? This
The
button?
wheel on the back.
Oh, there we go. All right, there you guys go. So that kind of gives you an idea of what this will look like in the shop. And I'll wet distress and bring that detail back to it. So that's what this looks like. Ta-da! And this will sell for about $50 in the shop. And I will leave all this little stuff on top. Okay, we're gonna go back over to Zeb. Yeah, tell me when it's good.
If not, you need to go that way.
And that way.
And then make it level. Tilt it. There, that's all right. That works for me.
Close enough? All right.
My eye's only twitching a little bit.
It's only a little bit crooked. Okay. Let's go back to questions here. Renee, these bulbs were $3.99, I believe. Rustic Hippo said a dimmer would be amazing for that. Probably not going to buy a dimmer because that'd blow the bank. And it's really not as bright, like it's just because it's nighttime. I think it'll look good in the shop. If it still winds up being too bright, I'll go ahead and get a different Edison bulb. Okay, would I ship the lamp to Oklahoma? Kelly, we could ship the lamp, but it probably costs more than the lamp cost. So I'm going to sell the lamp for $50 once it's all finished. And I can't imagine, shipping is probably going to be somewhere in the $50 to $100 range at least to ship it that far.
Yeah.
All right.
Go on a
Price
thrifting
on the-
adventure and snag one up.
The birdhouse is $20. Diana says, people are saying, oh, hold on, let me go back through here. Oh, Diana had a friend from elementary school that passed away from lung cancer before Christmas. And she said, how
That's hard.
personally.
Man, it's a tough time of year for that too.
I'm so sorry.
Because then that all comes flooding back every Christmas.
Makes
Sorry
it
about
hard.
that.
Oh, Carts and Millie said that they had a family member that passed away just before Christmas. It's so hard this time of year. I love you guys, and I'll keep you both in my prayers. All right, Dell Moreland says, I love the tray and the birdhouse that Zeb is painting. Yeah, the gray is really just a really fun, soft gray. And I think with white wax, it'll just be perfect, especially with all the detail in this tray. It'll just pop.
I'm painting it upside down because it has like 18 eaves on here.
I gotta paint the underside of the tray because it's got paint splotches on it, so we need some of that.
Do you want me to second coat this?
Sure. Is it dry enough?
Yeah.
Mariah's gonna second coat that. Mariah, you're handy to have around. What about the plant? Anna Warren. I don't know what plant you're talking about.
The succulent plants?
I don't know. Anna, ask about the, if you're wondering about plants you saw in the thumbnail, if you watched the video from the beginning, we went through all that, but I'm not sure. Oh, Kelly says we're only 17 hours from Oklahoma. Well, Kelly, just come drive over here and come buy that lamp. We'll sell it to you. Oops. You know, it's a pretty common design. I bet if you go to your thrift store, you might find one.
Yeah, something similar.
Yeah, those tall floor lamps, they're a little bit dated, but if you update them with a fresh paint job and a like kitschy kind of fun skeleton shape, you can really make them cool. Oops, Mariah's dropping the lampshade over there. Like I said, the thing about the lampshade is you want to look for vintage lampshades that have the metal skeleton inside of them, because the modern ones don't have that. And
Yeah, if
the
it's all
bigger, the
plasticky,
better.
it won't work out for you.
Yeah, I love skeleton shades. They're one of my favorite things. I just think it's so pretty to see how the lampshade was made. And a lot of times you find them like that when they've got a rip in them, and people just want to throw them away, but you can just take them apart. Another thing you can do is take like ripped burlap or drop cloth, and if you want, you could do ribbon and burlap and drop cloth and tie on the top and tie on the bottom and go all the way around, and that makes a pretty shabby chic lampshade. Is beadboard a cream color? No, for me, I feel like beadboard is a white that pulls blue. I feel like everybody's eyes do a little bit different, but to me, that's what it looks like. It's not cream. Okay, what color would you use over gold picture frame that will be distressed? I pretty much paint all gold picture frames white, and I wet distress back the gold, and it almost looks like it's been gold gilded, even though it's the gold coming through from underneath.
Yeah,
Well, the birdhouse fare well outside. If it was sealed with an outdoor sealer, we won't seal it that way because we don't use the outdoor sealers, but you could seal it with that.
Yeah. It all, the paint fares as well as whatever you seal it with, because it's porous, so it needs a sealer if it's going to get any kind of moisture on it.
Crinoline does pull yellow because crinoline's a traditional cream. Tarnished pearl is a cream that does pull a little bit yellow, but it's more of a brown toned cream. Kaylin's giving the whole
Caitlin's
spiel.
giving the rundown.
She's breaking it down in the comments, so definitely check that out there. Can you wire an Australian plug to an American electrical wiring?
No.
So they make
adapters.
converter adapters on Amazon. I actually have one because we have a French vintage fan, and I ordered an adapter that takes it from the French wiring to American, and I bet you anything that you could get an adapter that goes from American to Australian.
Yeah, made the fan work just fine.
You can on
Amazon.
Josh had to get bunch, yeah.
Have a large picture frame with an ugly picture. Any ideas? One of the things you can do if you have a large picture frame and it's got an ugly picture inside of it, if you want, you can do a painting inside of it, or you can just paint the picture if it's flat and then stencil or put molds on it. We actually did a picture frame that was gorgeous. It was an antique picture frame, and I literally glued IOD molds to the glass and then just painted over the glass and did a white wax, and it was really, really pretty. I think it's probably been a year or so since I did that. It hasn't sold yet, it's still in the shop. But that is an idea. If it's a big one, then you might not want to do the molds because that might get busy. Another thing you can do is you can take the glass out and use the glass spray paint, and then use some vinegar and water and kind of drop it on the spray paint, and then spray paint it and make it look like a, what's that called? Mercury glass effect?
Yeah.
So that's always kind of fun. And then put that in the frame, put some IOD transfers on it. It'd be pretty.
So we have so many videos that sometimes it's hard to find them, and you got to go a long way back, and sometimes YouTube won't even show you everything in the list as you scroll back. So if you want to find a video on a product that we use, or maybe an idea that you're thinking of doing, you can always search Jami Ray Vintage on YouTube and then look for specific things like IOD or mold or hand painted or wet distress or things like that, and probably 6 or 7 videos of each topic will come up.
So we had a good question that just came up. It's from Oljar, pronounced Olga. That's her name. I love it. Olga Lauriston. Where would you suggest getting carpentry lessons? So I would suggest checking out your local community college and see if they have any shop classes. A lot of times they will, and you can take carpentry lessons through your community college for relatively inexpensive, and you get instructors that are knowledgeable in that area.
Plus you get to use their tools and figure out what you want and what you don't want to start your shop out, what's going to work best for your needs as you're using the tools.
Did I name my mannequin? So we have Maxine, and somebody mentioned a name today that I thought was pretty good, and so I'm thinking I'll name the other mannequin Darlene. Maxine and Darlene, because Darlene's my mom's name. You like that?
I don't care either way. I never worried about what the mannequins were named.
All right, fine. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out last week's live. We found an antique mannequin, and we were asking everybody what to name it. So we're gonna name our new mannequin Darlene, and our other antique mannequin's name is Maxine, and they make everything look good in the shop.
And they're both on the floor.
And they're both on the floor for sale. I paid $150 for one and $100 for the other, and I'm selling them both for $325 a piece.
All right, so no prep, no sanding. You can kind of see where it's starting to dry out. It's going to be that lighter gray color, and then when we seal it, it'll come somewhere in between the shade. But it's got a little bit of streakiness here, and where I need to touch up there on the top. But that's why we distress too, because you don't have to paint so super neat, and it fixes all that stuff.
So we had one last question. It's about time for us to go. On the wall shiplap, we didn't use a spacer. We actually have a video, so if you look up Jami Ray Vintage shiplap, the shop video will pop up. This is MDF. It comes primed just like this. We actually didn't even paint it. And it's made to fit together, and it has the exact same gap because it's machine made. The gap is the same on all of them because it's done by a machine. So if you want to know how we did this, if you look up Jami Ray Vintage shiplap, you can see us how we did our shop backdrop. We use it for taking pictures, and it's our studio space, so it looks pretty good. Oh, all right. I think we did good. Diana Dollar says she's digging that color. Yeah, Gravel Road, we haven't used it in a long time. I'm thinking it's the perfect gray for spring because it's kind of a lighter, calmer gray, and it's a nice change from the white, still kind of a good neutral that's nice and fresh. If you're interested in Gravel Road, DIY paint, IOD, paintbrushes, anything like that, make sure you hit up jamirayvintage.com. We'll have a link in the description below. You can also purchase items from the shop. Just email lehighshop@jamirayvintage.com.
I think that's everything. You got it.
I got it?
Yep.
Oh, and if you want some stencils, check out jrvwholesale.com. And you can maybe find a stencil retailer near you. We have them in the US, Canada, Australia, and Germany. And Mariah, who's been with us all night, is actually my retail director, and she does an awesome job taking care of all of my retailers. Or you can pick up stencils on my website as well. All right, guys. Love you. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more.
DIY.
And give us a thumbs up.
All right, guys. Catch you
Bye,
later.
guys.
Happy New Year. We probably will see you at least
Wednesday.
one more time. I don't know.
Oh my
Are
God.
Monday.
we gonna go live on New Year's?
Yeah, what the heck, girls? I mean, it's not like we don't
Sounds
do
like we're
anything on
going
New Year's
live
Day.
on New
We'll see you
Year's.
on Wednesday. It's not Christmas.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, bye, guys. Love you.